What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another day, another beautiful day. Um, on a daily dose, man, God is great. Just super thankful for just being alive. Um, being able to be right back at it. It's the last day of April, so we really about to, take off into another about it. We're about to already be in May. So that's another blessing in itself, right? Just going through this year. I believe this year has been a great year for a lot of people. I've been just seeing a lot of great things happening all on social media, my personal life. So everybody just continue to keep having a fantastic year. Welcome back to the Daily Dose. It is April 30th, 2024. This is the number one daily morning mastermind for those trying to elevate and grow in your personal, spiritual, professional, or entrepreneur lifestyle. Welcome back. We'll go ahead and hop right into the verse of the week. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 through 4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourselves, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of the others. I'm telling you this, when you start living life like this, it just helps out so much because you're not thinking about yourself, and it helps you to put more emphasis on what you are doing because you're doing it for other people, and you're not gonna cut corners. You're not gonna, shortcut things because you're doing it for other people. Like today was not the best morning, and I was about 80% about to not do the daily dose today because just stuff going on. But I was like, you know what, no, I'm not doing this for me, right? I'm doing it for everybody else. So everybody I feel like, need the sauce, need the game. So definitely make sure that we're not doing stuff just for ourselves, that we are ensuring that we are thinking about other people as we're doing things in life. Uh, and it's just gonna help make everything. It's gonna get easier. It's gonna get better, and it's gonna be able to help you to stay motivated. Really. So, yeah, Philippians, verse two. I mean, chapter two, verse 3 through 4. It's a great one, man. It's just helps you to stay humble. Helps you to realize and understand what uh, everything is. Today's business topic. We're going to be talking about KPI track. KPI stands for key performance indicators. All right. Now, uh, that specifically, helps you to understand literally what it says. Key performance indicator. This is measuring your key performance is an indication of a key performance item in your business. So just at first going to go over the top general KPIs of track. This is just general for each business. What is your customer acquisition cost? So what is the money that you have to spend in order to first develop a product, market it, uh, gain a lead, and then sell that product or service? What is your customer acquisition cost? Like, what does it really cost to get a customer? The next one is your operating expense ratio. And you want to kind of try to keep this between 50 to 70% of, your total income, right? And so that's going to be your salary, whatever you're paying yourself, all of your expenses dealing with product development, any materials, utilities for your location, all of that type of stuff is going to be in your operating expense. And like I said, you want to kind of try to keep that at 50 to 70%. The next one that most business, well, you definitely want to track is your cash flow. What is the cash flow that the company is bringing weekly, monthly, quarterly, uh, biannually, and then annually? You want to track all these things so you can keep that in the forefront of how you're doing. Your website or your lead conversion rates, right? This is whenever you get somebody to your website or you get somebody in your door, you get somebody on the phone, what is the conversion rate like? Like, how many times do somebody gotta get in that situation before they actually convert into a paying customer? You want to track those things. Next one is going to be revenue growth. How have you grown your revenue over the course of each quarter or over the course of each year. You want to make sure that you are doing it or tracking it at least so you can know because your revenue might decrease and you want to have that number and you want to know exactly what that number is so you can kind of figure out why that even happened in the first place. Then another general one is going to be your ROI, your return on investment. We talked about ROI as far as investing in yourself a couple of weeks ago, but you want to track your ROI as it pertains to your business. Like how much money have you put into your business and how much have you gotten back from it, right? On a year to year basis. So you want to measure all of those things. Those are just general KPIs that all business owners should be tracking. Now, each business is different. Each business and industry is different. So we all gonna have different KPIs that we need to focus on as it pertains specifically to our business, right? So how to choose the correct KPIs for your business is gonna be number one, determine your primary objectives. So we can have different objectives for our business that's not necessarily pertain with money or customers, but but it's important because it helps the business operate. And that could be like, okay, you want to have people, you want to have your employees operating at a certain standard, right? You want to have different things set in place in your business, and you got to determine that for yourself. What are your business primary objectives that you need to that you want to accomplish, right? And then the next step is to determine the key business drivers. What's going to help your business keep moving forward? You want to know those things. Like if this doesn't happen, then we are at a standstill. If somebody calls out and we don't have a backup person or whatever the case may be, determine your key business drivers that you need to know that's going to be that helps your business just keep operating. Some things in business we do and it has no impact on the business operating or not. But we need to know what those things are. What will not just operate the business, but will also help to increase the business. What are those things for us and for our specific business and for our specific industry? Next thing, when you actually have that list of those things that are your primary objectives and those key drivers, you want to focus on measurability and accountability. So, how can you quantify what those key business drivers are? How can you measure them? And then, how can you hold yourself or your company accountable to making sure that you are reaching the goals that you have set? And then the next step is to create a KPI tracking system. So once you figure out what your business drivers are, you have determine how you're going to measure them and how you're going to hold yourself accountable to them. You're going to track them. So you're in one, let's just say it's on a spreadsheet. In one column, you will have the goal. Okay, I want to hit a certain number. I want to do X, Y, and Z, right? This that'll be the goal, and then right beside it, it'll have like the actual for that month, for that quarter, for that year. So keep a KPI tracking system, and this is how you can dive really, really deep into what's going on in your business, right? It helps you to be the best because you're not just looking at it from a broad point of view, like, oh, I made 100,000 last year and I made $150,000 this year. Right now, you're looking at it month by month. You're looking at exactly what helps you to get to that 150,000. And when you know those little things, it could be the smallest tweaks, and it can explode your business growth. So you want to make sure that you are tracking those KPIs and you really have a full understanding of what is important for your business to grow. And the next point is to be flexible and to adapt. We have to be flexible and adapt because the market is changing, technology is changing, people are changing. We just have to understand that. Okay, even might have these KPIs now, and we're tracking them this way, but something could change to where we need to add a new business driver or we need to eliminate one because it might become obsolete or there might be something that takes less work but helps you to make more money in the future. So we want to be flexible and adapt. And that is so important to have those set in points so you can be flexible and adapt. Because if you don't even know what your KPIs are from the beginning, you don't have no idea like what matters or what to even be looking at or be looking out for as it pertains to growing the business when new things happen in the marketplace. So that's going to be about KPIs. I'm gonna bring on a KPI or a business development coach here soon. I'm gonna probably start having guests after the summertime. But everything that I talked about already, I'm gonna dive way deeper into it with an industry expert, so that we can really have a conversation about these things. Because I just want everybody to, grow in their business, grow in their professional lives, and this also works for your professional life as well. If you don't have a business, if you are a professional, you have a career, understand what your KPIs are that are key performance indicators to your career, right? What are the things that are key drivers for your career and professional life? Those things matter as well. And you can do the same exact thing, and that will help you to grow your career because you're keeping track of the things that matter, right? And you're aware of them and you're not just lollygagging or just flowing through life. Um, so yeah, that's super important thing to track. KPIs. For our self development topic of the day, we're going to be talking about something that's important. It's not really easy to do, and then, like I said earlier, uh, was just not going to do it. But like I said, just want to be consistent, have consistency and discipline, right? And those things that I feel like many people, deal with from time to time or struggle with is being consistent and staying disciplined to whatever it is that you're trying to do. But we have to remind ourselves that on this daily journey that we're trying to grow, these are probably the two most important things that we have to do to in order to become the best people that we're trying to be. Number one is create a routine and schedule. A lot of people like to think that a schedule and a routine is, maybe boring or it may be not the best way that suits them. But the only way to be consistent with something is to have it in a routine or to be scheduled. You can't do something uh consistently if it's not mapped out. Then you'll just be doing stuff haphazardly, right? You won't have no way to know, okay, what time and when should I be doing this? It just won't be consistent, right? It'll just be all over the place. So you want to have a routine, you want to have a schedule, number one. Number two is to stay accountable. Yeah, we can get accountability partners, but the most accountability you'll get first is from yourself. So you need to train yourself, discipline yourself, and understand yourself enough to know that you need to be the most accountable person for your life, right? Stay accountable. It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else to create the best life for yourself. Maintain motivation. So this is about what influences you, what inspires you, why are you doing whatever it is that you are trying to stay consistent with or stay disciplined with. And remember that find motivation sources for yourself. Learn what motivates you to keep going so that you can maintain that motivation. For me, it might be watching a Eric Thomas motivational video. For you, it could be anything, but you need to understand what motivates you and what's driving you to reach those goals so that you can maintain that motivation. Number four, don't give yourself a choice. Like whatever it is you staying consistent with, whatever it is you're trying to build up your discipline with, don't even give yourself a choice. Like as far as am I going to do this or am I not? It's just like, okay, I'm doing this. Just like you got to pay your taxes every year, they don't give you a choice, right? So don't give yourself a choice when it pertains to bettering yourself and becoming the best version, right? Do not give yourself a choice. Set goals, include deadlines. Set clear goals with deadlines so that you can maintain that schedule that you set and you can be as consistent as possible. If you don't have goals with deadlines, like I said, it's just not going to work out with a schedule. Because you don't have no timetable of timeline of getting stuff done, right? And then the more that you create that timetable, that timeline, you can get more and more stuff done. It's super duper important for us to set goals with deadlines so that we can make sure that we're working towards something and building up. And this goes in with KPIs, right? Being consistent always. also includes tracking your progress. And this can also be a source of motivation, right? When you are being consistent every single day, doing the things that you say that you're going to do, track that progress. And I came from started here and now I'm here. I did 70 something days in a row, whatever it is that I'm trying to be consistent with, or I haven't done this for X amount of days. I am being super disciplined. Track it, write it down, use the app, but just track your consistency and discipline so that you can see the progress that you made. And then lastly, in all circumstances, we always want to practice self-compassion. Remember that number one, God gives us grace to make mistakes, and we should give ourselves some type of grace to make mistakes because nobody is perfect. We're not perfect. We're just humans trying to be better, right? So we got to practice self-compassion, not be too hard on ourselves, be accountable, but after you hold yourself accountable, it's like, okay, boom, now I have a new day to start over and be better. So, yeah, that'll wrap it up for today. Um, Make sure you include those KPIs in your business. It's a game changer, I promise. Because otherwise, you won't know what's going on in your business and you won't know how to change it. So, that like I said, that'll wrap it up for today, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And it's gonna be the first day of May. So, um, yeah, I'm really super excited to that.